Hello, here we go. It's the Cop-Hype Podcast.
Yeah. Liverpool, Southampton preview. Anyway, hello everybody. Good evening. If you're watching this live on a Friday, if you're watching it later on a Friday night when you're pissed and you just think, I want to watch two clowns talk about Liverpool, again, hello. It is Mick, it's Jay, and we're here to preview the Southampton game for what it's worth. Can tell we're being miserable on a Friday, can't you? So yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and we appreciate that anyway. Mick, Liverpool Southampton on a Saturday night. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of Saturday night football when it's at 8:15. I'll be honest, mate. But we are where we are. Better than Friday night football, I think.
Yeah, I only realised this morning actually because I was looking. I wonder what time the game is tomorrow. I was like, what? 8:15? What the fuck is that? I was like, I'm looking forward to like a little, I don't know, midday or I don't know, just any time. But 8:15, fucking hell, that is just like especially if Liverpool lose. That's a fucking weekend ruiner and a Saturday ruiner. So let's hope for a fucking good one.
Well, that's it, mate. Because like you said, you're just thinking about the old Saturday ruiner there. At least by the time it's finished, you can go to bed.
Yeah.
So when we look at it now, obviously, given the fact that we didn't play last week, we have a game in hand over a lot of people. So we're currently 7th in the table. A win puts us on 57. That's still 4 points behind Chelsea in 4th. It's a struggle, mate, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people think that the top 4 hopes have gone, and rightly so, in terms of how people are feeling about it, given the results. And we always keep thinking, don't we? This is the game. And those games are very quickly disappearing, mate.
They are indeed. I mean, that United game, that could have been a little mini catalyst if that would have went ahead. Obviously, it didn't go ahead, but we've now got 5 left. Like you said, it's just it's all must wins, and I think even Klopp today in his presser was kind of like, well, it looks like it's a bit out of sight, but we're going to keep fighting as you would, and it's not over till it's over. But it's going to be a big ask. I know City play Chelsea, don't they? So yeah, I mean, we're just kind of open for a miracle, and we've had probably one too many miracles, and we're going to come on to a miracle a bit later in the show. But I think it's a bit, yeah, we need to win. We just need to win. Just the thing we need to do is sign off with a bang, win the last 5. If it somehow materialises that we sneak in there, then amazing. But it's probably not going to happen. So we just need to kind of. I think everyone's pretty much accepted that, haven't they? So
that's it. It's a good point that you just said. Acceptance is a really big word this season, and it's been one that I've come to terms with quite a bit. I think probably since about February, March, when you sort of just seeing how up and down we were. Out of the title race and then really, really dropping out of the top 4. The one saving grace we can take is that the teams around us are playing each other. So there is that element of this still could materialise. We still could get 4th. Now, I go back to 16-17 when we got through on the last day against Middlesbrough. And we were up against Arsenal. And I think it was this week. Then I went on social media and just said, right, well, that's it. We obviously don't want top 4. It's gone, blah, blah, blah. And I was being Mr. Negative about it, but somehow we snuck in there given the results that are gone. So it has been done before. It is possible. We can do this. And Alex has just said on Facebook that the postponement may work in our favour with United having a packed schedule, may having to rest players against us. That's a really, really good point. And to be fair, it can be a negative, the fact that we haven't played that United game yet, because we are going to shit ourselves, just rightly so, like we were last week playing United when you're going for the top 4. But by the time that United game comes round, we will pretty much know, given the way our results have gone, whether we're going to get that top 4 space or not, Mick, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just having a quick look there, just talking about Chelsea's fixtures. They've got City tomorrow, then they've got Arsenal, then they've got Leicester, then they've got Villa. So they're not easy fixtures, and they've also got a Champions League final as well, and a fucking FA Cup final as well. Little jammy cunts. So they've got a few plates spinning, haven't they? Luckily for them. So hopefully that'll mean kind of one eye on other things and not the top 4. But I mean, we just like I said, we just need to fucking just try and sign off on a highest we can. Just go out there. Obviously, Nat Phillips was confirmed fit. Obviously, he was going to be in the Man United game, so we knew he was fit anyway. But he's definitely going to be fit for tomorrow. So that's a good. We get Fabinho back into midfield, and we can kind of play the footy that we know and love. So let's just hope it's tomorrow, because I mean, every time I see a home game, I'm just like, fucking hell, I can't be arsed. And it shouldn't be like that. And it's just, we need to.
I say that every time I see a fucking game. Every time I see a game of footy, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, can't be arsed. But some of the comments are flying in, guys, and I appreciate this. Paul said, if we can't get into top four, would you rather 8 for Thursday night football? I'd rather Thursday night football, I'll be honest, because I like playing in Europe. I like playing for European trophies. And yeah, the Europa League is the younger brother, but like we've got it in our graphic, it's still a European competition, and to add another European trophy to our mix would be great. And United aren't taking the Europa League lightly, but again, it's another trophy, and it's another way of getting into the Champions League. So and that playing Europa League football, it gives the chance for a lot of fringe players as well to have a game and stuff, which I know the Europa League is, we don't want to be playing that, and it comes with the ridicule, Mick, doesn't it? But if we take that out of it, playing Europa League football is bad from our standards the way it has been the last few years, but it's not the worst thing in the world, is it? I'd rather be in a European competition than 8th, if I'm honest, because you're still giving that level, and we probably pissed the Europa League, really, won't we? Fucking hell.
I was going to say, you're reading my
I said,
there.
I just said that, and we said it as well. Fucking brilliant. Yeah, it's a really good point, that.
Yeah.
Look at this dickhead. Look at this dickhead. Honestly. I'm gonna time him out. Fucking knobhead. Only joking, mate. Love you. Go on, crack on, mate.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I've got a few Manc mates, and I've just been chatting to them, and they're like, well, it's a trophy, and it is. I mean, it's the Champions League's little brother, and it's not the best, but the quality's just not there. And like Martin says, if we did get into that, and even if we were playing like a mixture of some of the first teamers, and then if Harvey Elliott's back and whoever other signings we make, we could go all the way and win that thing. So yeah, I think the way we are at the moment, I didn't think we'd. Well, if you look back about 6 weeks ago, we were all on the pod going, it's definitely gone now. Europe, we're definitely not getting Europe. We're definitely not getting top four, and we're still probably not, but we've still got an outside chance. So I mean, I'm still, the optimistic side of me still there that we can maybe snick it. But yeah, I mean, like you said, Europa League's better. It's better than a fucking kick up the arse in it. So let's just take it as that, and we go again next year, and fucking. I mean, Thursday, Sunday isn't a great schedule, but like I said, with the players we've got coming back in from injury, and hopefully a nice little few players coming in, and it's going to be a better season than this season anyway. Let's put it that way. Yeah,
that's true, mate. And you never know what do you know what? A lot of players, they don't come out and say, do they, about what they think about the Europa League. And obviously, when you're playing the Champions League, that's the top level that you want to play in. But I'm thinking of this from like being if football's ever going to be a fucking granddad, and I'm going to sit down with all the medals with the kids, and they go, "Granddad, what did you win?" Well, I won everything in Europe, lad. I won that trophy. I won that trophy. And you never know, because a lot of these players have won the Champions League. They might think, fuck it, I won a Europa League medal as well. You know what I mean? It might be the case. And Jamie Carragher, treasures his UEFA Cup medal. But I mean, then again, back then the UEFA Cup was a bigger trophy than it is now because of the money that's in the Champions League. But again, I'm not going to be overly disappointed, because we haven't been in the mix for top four all season. Do you know what I mean? We've been like going for the title, then we're dropping out of it, and we've accepted that this season's been fucking dog shit. So if we end up in the Europa League, it's not like we ended up into it on the last game of the season. It's going to like you said, mate, it's going to decide itself beforehand. I think. I can't see it going to the final day. Can you?
I don't think so, but I'm sure I read somewhere today. This is going to be our last fixture with no fans, isn't it?
With no fans. That's a really good point, mate. Really good point.
Take that as a positive. So even the last game on there was the 23rd. We'll have at least 10k in there. So we should be Palace with fans in the stadium. So that should be a win. I mean, you can't even say it should be a win anymore with Liverpool. You just fucking don't know, do you? But
one of the things that the dugout said before was Southampton, since beating Liverpool in January, have won 2 league games. Quite interesting stat, that.
It is, yeah. But that's just that's to me is like when Liverpool play against the team and some fella hasn't scored for about 48 years, then he pops up with an overhead. It always happens against Liverpool. So teams turn up and players turn up, especially at Anfield. This year, it's been a fucking free hit every time you play at Anfield, because we've just been missing those fans and missing our, like Klopp described today as our like fucking, we lost our spine when we lost our defence, and then putting defenders there and having the midfielders having to come in and do a job and whatever. So it's been a shit season, but if we can salvage at least something from it, and I mean, the good thing is there's only 5 games left. So there's not long left. Even if it's loads more shit, it's nearly over, everyone. So we just got to get through this bit.
It's true, and that's the thing, isn't it? With obviously this week of what's happened with it being an all English final again, and it's in Istanbul, and I saw loads of cool tweets this week. Like, who the fuck did we like piss on for this season to happen for us to win the league? And you know, what deal did we do with the devil and all that sort of stuff? And you couldn't write it, could you? You really couldn't. But you know, the good thing is, like you said, mate, it's over, and once it's done, it's done. You know what I mean? Like I said, just reflect on your Sky boxes where you've still got all the games recorded from the last couple of years. If you're like me, I've still got all the Champions League games recorded. Watch them again. It's great. Just fucking keep watching them. If the season does end up in the shit where we are in the Europa League, not the fucking Conference League, it can't be. What's he said now? Come on. Mick does a lot. Yeah, all right. Honestly, fucking day tripping knobhead.
The first bit, Sal, though, from your point of view, smash the like button and subscribe. If you haven't done that, go ahead. Do that, because we enjoy that.
We do. We enjoy the like button. We do. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you just gotta. It's done now, isn't it? The season's nearly done. We're nearly out of this, and then we can concentrate on the Euros and England.
Well, speaking of the Euros, I don't want anyone to be going to it. No Van Dijk, no Hendo. He's going to all fuck off. They've been out for so long. We thought Hendo was going to be out for what? I'm sure it was like 6 weeks, and then he's still out. Like Klopp said today, he's out running today, but he's nowhere near. He's not going to be. He might. No. I just hope they don't start calling them up, and then. No, I just want them to have a nice.
Yeah,
fresh,
I don't even want to think about that. Don't even want to think about that. Like, that'll be half of our fucking podcast that in the summer when we're moaning about it. And yeah, but you can't stop players wanting to play for the country, can you? But
I know.
Anyway, but yeah. So I mean, you know, Southampton, they're an up and down. Like I said, they haven't won since January. So it's again. There's nothing more we can say about it, mate. I want to talk about the positive stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm done with the fucking negativity. What date is it today, Mick?
It is the 7th of May.
And what happened on the 7th of May in 2019?
Was it that magical 4-0 at Anfield?
It certainly was. It was the anniversary. Happy anniversary to everybody. We're now going to switch to some Champions League talk, because we can still talk about the Champions League, because guess what? We've got fucking 6 of them, right? We've got 6 of them. So yeah, so Mick, it is the anniversary of the Barcelona game. We love looking back into our history and stuff like that. Obviously, the day we beat Barcelona 4-0. And it's been fantastic to see all the memories floating back, all the memes, all the, the Barcelona tweets and all. We will get one, won't we? And all that sort of stuff. It's just been absolutely brilliant. But yeah, your initial when you think about that day, mate, obviously they're the 3 words that everyone thinks of as corner taking quickly. But where was you when you saw it, mate? Tell us the story. Where was you?
Unfortunately, I weren't at the stadium. A certain Matt Ramirez, who frequents this podcast once every 8 or 9 weeks, he had a ticket and he took his bird instead of me. So everyone go and give him grief, the little bastard. No, I watched it in. I was in Old Swan with one of my mates, and it was one of those nights where I was like, I think I had to convince him. I was like, should we go and watch the game? And he was like, I don't know if I can be arsed, 3-0 down. Ended up going, and it was just one of those times where you're just like, what is going on? It's kind of like you're perplexed, you're amazed, you're absolutely delirious. It was just so many emotions rolled into one. I know you. I couldn't even imagine what it was like.
Yeah, it was that year's sort of Olympiacos, wasn't it? When we needed 3 in the second half. It was that, like, I haven't had vibes in terms of a comeback since that game in 2004. That really set the tone for me in terms of that. And like you said, being I was in the ground for it, and it was just fucking incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah, I thought the Olympiacos game, the Chelsea semi-finals, were the best games I've ever been to, but that was just something else. And it was funny, wasn't it? Because obviously a few years earlier, the Dortmund game happened, and that was electric. And there we go. There's the Europa League. We still look fondly on the Dortmund game, and that was Europa League. You know, we still look fondly on the Villarreal semi-final. That was the Europa League as well. And once you get to the latter stages of the Europa League, that's where you. But it's just Anfield on a European night, mate. I mean, I think everybody had that first leg, and when we were 3-0 down, everybody. I don't care what you say. Everyone said it'll be tough, and it's highly unlikely. But you never know at Anfield because of our history in European competition at Anfield.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been like a fucking madman on the Cop Heights account today, just posting every video I could find, and it's just so like Chris just said about Fabinho in the comments there. He was just a man possessed that night. Got a yellow card after 10 minutes on that tackle on Suarez, which was never a foul and never a yellow card in a fucking million years. But it's fucking Champions League, and Suarez does about 15 barrel rolls. But yeah, it was just mental. It was a mental night. You didn't ever think it was ever going to happen. I think everyone kind of agreed that 3-0 was a bit generous to them, albeit they could have got a fourth at the end. They should have. I think Dembele missed the
Dembele, yeah.
Should have been 4. But we played all right on the night. We just couldn't put our chances away, and then you knew we'd beat them at Anfield.
Sounds familiar.
I know, that's what I mean. Sign of things to come. But yeah, getting them back to Anfield, we knew we'd win on the night. We just didn't. Don't think anyone ever expected it to be 4-0, just to them to turn into a shell of themselves and us to just.
But when you look at the game, mate, that's it, mate, and the build-up was there all day. You know, I mean, I posted a video from 2007 Chelsea semi-final. The build-up to that during the day, it felt very similar to that. We're thinking, something special could happen here. And right from the off, the crowd was on it straight away. Everyone was fucking screaming. And then even from the first tackles, like even like what Robertson was doing when fucking Messi goes over and he rags the back of his head. The fact that you have the gall to do that, arguably the greatest player to ever play fucking football, is brilliant. But that set the tone. That's just the Andy Robertson. Well, I'm playing football. You're on my pitch, dickhead. I'm going to have you. And it set the tone because it really did keeping quiet for the rest of the game. But it was a case of you've got to get an early goal. You've got to get that first goal in that first 15 minutes. You do that, then you're more than capable of scoring 2 against Barcelona in the rest of that time for 75 minutes. So, I mean, once that first goal went in, mate, the tone of everybody changed, I think. Going from, I've got a pint, I'll sit down, I might not get up as often, whatever, to, oh, fucking hell, 6 minutes in, Origi puts that ball in the back of the net. This could happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's what everyone was saying, weren't they? Like, as long as we get one nice and early, I think that's always the key. Get one nice and early, and then you've got at least a platform to build on. Then, and we did that, and that kind of it gave us momentum, and it also drained the shit out of them because they were like, oh fuck, the famous Anfield nights. They were worrying about it, and you could see like the players that they've got, the quality they've got, they were just turned into shit. Obviously, Messi had a few chances, but that was just a night where everything aligned, and I mean, obviously not having Firmino, not having Salah, Robbo going off at half time, like all those things should really have, like, it was like another nail in the coffin. Should have been for us, like not having those two playing Shaq and Origi in a game like that. Obviously, the things he did in that game were obviously iconic, and it's just mad the way it all worked out. It was just like the stars perfectly aligned for that one, and it was just that obviously everyone in the stadium was just a crazy atmosphere, and the way we did it as well was just, it's the greatest game of footy I think I'll ever see. And we've had loads of them. That's the thing, we always seem to one up them, like the Olympiacos, there's Chelsea, there's West Ham, and there's Istanbul. There's just so many of them where you just think, how does this always happen with Liverpool? And it always happens to us, which is just, it's mad. Yeah. It's mad as a fan to watch because your fucking heart's just all over the place. But it's also boss to see as well because we're capable of that synchronisation with the fans and the players on the pitch, and that's what has done us in this season the most, I think. Mm.
No, it's a really good point, mate. And like you said, the relationship between the fans and the players on the pitch. I mean, that's one of the reasons why, you look back, and I don't know if people, are aware of this or they were too young to see it, is when there was the whole debate of whether we should move away from Anfield and build a fresh stadium. It fits people's agendas, doesn't it? People moan about, not enough money coming into the club for certain reasons, and gate receipts against Tottenham and all that sort of stuff. Well, we chose to stay at Anfield for a specific reason, so we could be closer to the fucking pitch and really G our lads on and fucking give abuse to the players that we're playing against. And that's why Anfield is so important. And it's so evident this season. it's been so hard. And obviously, Matt has just said the same thing. We are spoiled. That's why season's been hard to take. Reset, review, can go again next season with a full Anfield. It's spot on. But when we got to half time, obviously, I know Chris has just said it here. Jordan Henderson looked like he'd done his knee. And Jordan Henderson's not one to go down and stay down. He'll go down for a minute, straight back up. But that knee injury in the first half, it did look like fucking hell. We might lose him here. But then he comes back out for the second half. And when you talk about Steven Gerrard in Istanbul, a captain's performance, that against Barcelona is ultimate for me. I think that was Hendo's ultimate. And there's a great video that was taken from the Lower Kemlin, Kenny Dalglish stand, showing how fucking old I am. Where at full time, Henderson's just on his back, rolling around, thinking, "What the fuck have we just been through?" And we've done it. And that is, it gives me goosebumps just talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I posted that one earlier. It's just such an emotional thing to watch anything from that night. Anything. It's just like the Wijnaldum going down at the end, and he's like nearly crying, and then there's another one at the end where Fabinho's like basically in tears, saying "You never walk alone," and it's like,
yeah.
The fella's come over from a different country, and he's just like embroiled in this like craziness that is Liverpool, and he's just like embraced it, and all the players have, and it was just. But imagine playing in front of those fans, 50,000 people screaming and willing you to do well, and also making the opposition look like shit and making everything you do seem like it's natural, and that's what happens when the stars align at Anfield. Everything that gets touched is just gold dust by Liverpool players, and it's just one of those nights that for me will be the best. And we always say this: how's it ever going to be topped? And I don't know if it'll ever be topped, but to beat Barcelona, a powerhouse of the Champions League and of world football in your own stadium, the way we did it was just, especially with Suarez and Coutinho as well there, that made it even more sweeter that they left. And then, well, especially Coutinho more so, I'd say. But because he looked like a fucking broken man at the end, didn't he? But it was just one of those nights where you just, I mean, I'm jealous of you for being there. It was just, must have been amazing to go.
Well, yeah. I got to thank the company that I was with at the time when we had 2 corporate season tickets. But no, it was, mate. It was incredible, and I think that after the game, and I remember what I remember vividly about the whole thing was the last game of the season against Wolves. I know I'm talking about the Barcelona game, but when we were at Anfield and we were watching the Wolves game, and Brighton had gone 1-0 up, and we thought, right, for 60 seconds it was great because we were fucking it might happen, and it was like, Jesus Christ. And then obviously it didn't happen, but after the game we wasn't like, we're in May Duncan's after the game with the lads, and we were just like, fuck it, it doesn't matter. We've got 97 points, we've been brilliant, and we're on our way to another European final. And sending the lads off to Madrid and giving them a good send off at Anfield was fantastic. And you're planning the trip to Madrid, and we were planning, right, so we'll drive down, we'll drive to Sevilla, and we'll stay in Sevilla, and then we'll drive across there. And the way the lads planned it and stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't end up going because I went to India the day after the final game of the season. I was in India for 10 days with work. So by the time I'd come back, it just didn't fit right to join the lads. But the thing is, what I did say to lads is when I was in the airport going to India, I'd booked my flight with Thomas Cook to go to Madrid, because while I was in India, they were doing the ballot for Champions League final tickets, and I was in the ballot. Unfortunately, I didn't get one, and the ironic thing is I got one for Kiev and I didn't get one for this, and I had my fucking flight booked. So I said to the lads, right, well, I'm not coming, because none of us had a ticket in the end, so it just didn't sit right in terms of like the travel. I've just been in India, and I thought, I fucking can't be asked doing that. Yeah. But the way the days landed anyway just didn't fit. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because we still witnessed a fucking Champions League final that wasn't the best. It won't be remembered in the ages. We won that competition against Barcelona. That's the point I'm trying to fucking make. That was when we won the competition. I knew as soon as that game had finished that we've won this now, because there's no way anyone's stopping us after the season we've just had and what we just witnessed against Barcelona. There's no way nothing's stopping us now, and I'm sure everyone will agree with me that we won that trophy after the Barcelona game.
Yeah, well, what better way to put your marker down than doing that at Anfield? And you come up against Spurs, who were I mean, we just lost the final the year before, so we had perfect experience not to experience that again. And I think that's what willed us on. And I think getting that goal nice and early in the final as well, just like we were like, well, let's just fucking sit it out here. And then obviously Origi gets one at the end anyway and kind of secures it. But yeah, I don't give it. Give me those fucking games up, those finals all year,
all day. Absolutely.
I don't give a shit. Like, not every game. I wouldn't want it to be that robotic in the wins. I want at least some excitement, which you get under Klopp. But final wise, I couldn't give a shite as long as you get over the line, even if it's 1-0 or whatever. You don't give a fuck. You just want that. You just want to lift that trophy at the end. So. Yeah,
absolutely, mate. And one of the things that comes out of the post match with Jurgen Klopp, he says the fucking mentality giants or mentality monsters, because he does say it twice and he uses both within different times. And he's absolutely spot on, because obviously the Vincent Kompany goal the day before. We're thinking, for fuck's sake, we just can't win this league with 97 points. And then you're going into this game with no Mo Salah, you've got no Roberto Firmino, and you just think, fuck it, it's just not going to happen. Our season has just completely disappeared within the space of 48 hours. And you're just thinking, great, amazing. But somehow we managed to do that. Robbo goes off. When Alden comes on, he looked like a man possessed. He's like, dare you fucking bench me, Jurgen Klopp, ever again? Fucking showed us. But I think the one thing we've not really covered is obviously the ultimate Scouse fucking goal, which was the corner taken quickly. I mean, Trent does really well for Gino Wijnaldum's first goal, because obviously Trent, with his header, he loses the ball, but he wins the ball back very quickly, and then obviously plays the ball in for Wijnaldum. But then the actual how smart Trent Alexander-Arnold is for a lad his age to get the ball in the corner and win a corner. He knew by putting his foot through that ball, he was going to hit the defender and go out. And then obviously kudos to the ball boy for being very, very quick and throwing it over. But the tactic wasn't it, that him and Shaqiri would alternate corners each time. And obviously, as you can see, Shaqiri's actually walking over and Trent's walking away from it. And then he just spots Divock, and then the rest is history. But the fucking pure cheek of that is unbelievable. To do that against Barcelona in a Champions League semi, it's just fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, I think it was the same reaction for everyone. I think, well, for me anyway, it was just, I didn't celebrate because I was like, is this going to be allowed? Is the referee going to give it? Is he took it corner taken too quickly? And I was like, I didn't celebrate, and then everyone's fucking. It was kind of like a bit of a laboured celebration. Like, I think Lovren runs over and jumps on someone's back, and you kind of like, and obviously Origi doesn't fucking scores a goal in Madrid and celebrates it like he's just scored like fucking down a 5-a-side pitch. He doesn't give a shit, does he? But it was just, great thinking by Trent, just pure fucking genius. And then the finish by Origi as well on the half volley to get it into the top corner like he did and the way he did. It's just, that and also Madrid and many other goals that Origi scored. He'll go down as a legend for those who don't know how long he's going to be at the club. But I said, that Trent moment was just you can't, like, you might try it in a smaller game maybe, but to do that against Barca, obviously we had the plan to get, if the ball goes out, get the ball back in quick, because it went out, and then the ball boys was on it when he straight away threw it back in, and then he played it in. It was just, it was the game plan worked perfectly. The fans in the stadium, making them feel like they were under too much pressure, keeping the ball in as much as they can to kind of keep the game flowing, because they wanted to obviously slow it down. They were 3-0 up. They didn't have a care in the world. They wanted it to be as slow as we can, and we wanted the opposite. So, worked the treat, and thankfully it was given, and that was the final goal. But just fucking. Yeah,
there's content for life with it, isn't there? There really is. There's content for life. Everyone's been chatting about the memes, and like I Am Elmo does some amazing videos about that season. Obviously, the BBC commentary is going around with Alan Shearer. A lot of people are listening to that for the first time. They haven't seen that for 2 years, and that's very, very good. Despite what people think about Alan Shearer, he was a Liverpool fan that night, which was really enjoyable. And obviously, Steve from Liverpool FC TV, he's got the best commentary with the corner taken quickly, and you've got John Aldridge screaming as well. Yeah. It was just unbelievable. And one of the best things about the whole thing is Barcelona had a contract with a documentary company, didn't they, who had followed them that season. And on Rakuten TV, you can actually watch the whole episode of them going to Anfield and fucking it up and in the change room afterwards. And now, obviously, we put a clip on the cop-out earlier, didn't we, about where I merged that footage with Lucas in the background screaming unlucky, which I thought was really funny. Not to blow me on trumpet. But the fact you can watch that entire episode of them just in the change room, just fucking deflated. And it just adds to the content, doesn't it? It just adds to everything about that. And when we look back at the Dortmund game, that's a great memory, but it's also a little bit, oh yeah, but we didn't win it. And it sort of loses it a little bit, doesn't it? Whereas that game happened and we went on to win the trophy, which is the ultimate fairy tale. And it's just the icing on top of the cake, isn't it? I mean, you can watch that game, full 90 minutes every day, couldn't you? It just keeps you very happy. And that's what we should do right now, shouldn't we? We should just fucking look back on those memories.
Yeah, I mean, 7th of May is just going to be every year. Those videos are just going to be on Twitter all the time. So I'm looking forward to the next year already. But it was just amazing.
Mate, I think one of the things that is happening at the minute with the fan base is there's a lot of people and that are getting really pissed off with the fact that how poor we've been this season, and they think we're going backwards and all that sort of stuff, and the squad's gone and all that sort of stuff. It's not. This squad's been playing full pelt for a good 4 years now, and the front three have played together. They're one of the longest serving front three out of any front three that's played in the Premier League. Something's got to give. A little bit of a refresh is needed. I believe that this season. But what we've not got to get bogged down in is that, yes, Manchester City and Chelsea, one of them is going to either get their second European Cup or their first. Yes, that's going to happen. But it's not like the last time we won the Champions League was 2005. We only won it a couple of years ago. Yeah. We don't have to be that downhearted about it. City have won the league this year. We won it last year. Those memories are still fresh. We don't have to get so het up about it. It's not like 2012 against Cardiff was the last time we won a trophy. We've really got to focus at the minute, just appreciate what's happened over the past couple of years, haven't we? This is a one-off, and we were due a poor season the way stuff's gone, and we just got to go again, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said it before. If this had happened with Van Dijk, with Gomez, with no COVID, then we'd all be like, right, let's start shitting our pants here because we need a big fix-up and get rid of players and sort stuff out. And it's not. It's happened with a load of factors that are quite big for us fans. Losing Van Dijk, huge. Losing Gomez, losing Matip. I mean, we keep saying the same shit, but these are the reasons why this happened. We haven't got City's squad where we can just fucking have like a bench with like 600 mil on and load of defenders and load the top quality midfielders, load of top quality strikers at your pedal just to throw in when you need. And I think the other game, like not City's last game, the game before, they like completely changed like the whole 11. And it's like they've got like just pure like Foden and Sterling's not getting a game, and like Sterling, how good Sterling, like it's just mental. And I think we just need to have it, like you said, have a bit of normalism in our lives. That next year, once fans are coming back in, once we've got Van Dijk back, once we've got Hendo back, like those are huge factors on how good Liverpool are, and having those back in there, and along with if a Kanate comes in, if a Kabak signs. Yeah, there's a load of things to look forward to, and I think even if, like we said, Europa League isn't the best, but if we get far in that competition and we start having those European nights at Anfield again, we'll be looking forward to footy again. And it's just footy things can move very quick in footy. Like if we do quite well in our last few games, we'll be happy going into next season. Get Champions League even better because we'll have more money in the bank to kind of put that towards transfers next year as well. But I just think we just need to think, well, we won the Champions League 2 years ago, won the Premier League last year. If you would have said that to me like 11 years ago when FSG first came in, that you're going to win Champions League and the Premier League back to back in consecutive years, I would have laughed in your face. I would have thought I don't think that's possible with the job Jurgen Klopp's done. So just need to think, well, let's just chill a little bit and we go again next year. And all fans saying that Liverpool are going. I've seen loads of shit on Twitter, people saying Liverpool are finished, Liverpool are a finished club, Salah's on a decline, just like, fucking hell, you don't have to talk some shite, and it's just people looking for the reaction. Like I'm sure it was a Liverpool fan said, Salah's on the decline and Mahrez is on the rise. A 28-year-old Mo Salah gets 23 plus goals a year, and Mahrez, who gets 12 goals a year, is on the rise. But it's just to be honest, I'm a bit of a sad bastard, so I've got a bit of a catalogue in this little baby of all those bastards that I will be pumping straight out when Liverpool are fucking battering people again. So get ready for that shit.
Oh, fuck it. I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. Next time we win a trophy, I can't wait for them to come back out, mate. But no, you're absolutely spot on. I mean, even when you take away those two things that you've said about winning the league and the Champions League, you know, the same season we won the Champions League, 97 points, put up a fucking great challenge to Man City's title. Year before we get to a Champions League final with some amazing European nights. You know, the City game will always be one of my favourite days of my life. Not only beating that, and obviously my son was born that day as well. So those memories are still there for everybody to look at. And like I said, mate, it's a bit of perspective, isn't it? Let's just look at that. And we've got to enjoy what this club's done over the last couple of years and not get too downhearted about it. But that's why we wanted to cover the Barcelona game now. Chris Brack, shut up. Look, I've seen what he's put. Who's the worst band ever? Slipknot. Do you know what? Slipknot are not even my favourite band, mate. They're in my top 5, but they're not even my favourite. So you need to just go to Travis Perkins, get some concrete, build a bridge, and get over it.
Can I just ask Chris what your favourite band is? Because
Chris,
I'm quite interested. I mean, I'm not getting on Jay's side, Chris. Just so you know.
Well, so you fucking should do, mate. I'll boot you out of this.
But
come on, Chris.
Is it ABBA?
Yeah, come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. I bet it's Oasis or something. I bet it's some fucking bandwagon band that he jumps on. And or Guns N' Roses or something like that. So come on, Chris. We're going to stay live. We're going to stay live until you tell me. Not bad.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Joe.
I just love how much shit. I'm going to start sending it. Oh, sake. There we go. So Doug's put Queen. Yeah, we'll love like a bit of Queen. But look, you see, he can't even say anything. He likes to give me shit for liking Slipknot, Metallica, Limp Bizkit, and Rammstein, and Killswitch Engage. But really, you know, he's never listened to any of it, so he doesn't even know. You know what I mean? But whatever.
Chris, just say it's Backstreet Boys because that'll be hilarious.
I'd love it.
There
you go. I like Blur, Beatles, and Queen. Okay, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But which one? Which 2 am I picking? Can't really give him shit for any. Go on, what would I pick?
Beatles and Queen.
Yeah, I would say Beatles and Queen. Yeah. I've never been the biggest Beatles fan. I'll be honest, because I like my heavy metal. But yeah, we got some really, really good songs. This took a fucking turn, didn't it? It's not what people want to watch us for. Nice one, Chris. I know it's Chris's fault. He just likes to give me shit, but I'll take it. It's fine. I don't mind. It's all hapless fun. He likes Linkin Park as well. Right? Okay, he's redeemed himself a little bit.
Good shout.
I actually like him a little bit more now. To be fair, I do like him a little bit. We should do that one day. We'll just talk about music when we come on the channel. We'll just do a music episode. Fuck it. We'll do that in the summer. Actually, we'll just join. Everyone can join in. Chuck in what music tastes like. That'll be fun. Listen.
We'll get Chris on because I messaged Chris recently and said you need to get on, so we'll get him on one day. I mean, then we can have I'll just sit in the corner like this and just have a little bevy, and I'll just choose to. I don't want to devalue my product. You know what I mean? I'll fucking devalue it, bringing that prick on. But anyway, in all seriousness, that was our Southampton preview / Miracle of Anfield memories. We've done 38 minutes there, mate. So let's leave it there. Let everyone go and get the tea and stuff and spend time with the family. And we'll see you all for the team news. We'll see you all for after the game, where hopefully Liverpool get 3 points. Oh, but if they don't, God help us. God help everybody. God help Twitter. God help the fucking football if they don't. But anyway, we'll be back anyway. Thanks everybody for joining us this Friday evening. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.